You know, I've had these principles of Swarupa Yoga in my notebook for countless years that I've been teaching. And I look at them a lot and embody them and take them in and try to teach from that perspective. But now I'd like to begin to share these principles with you and talk about them a little bit out of the classroom. There's not really that much time to talk about these things while we're doing the actual practice, because the practice itself is designed to bring you or draw you inward and into a meditation and into a quiet state of being. So we're always using the asanas for that purpose. But so here's one of the first principles. I'm not saying that these are in order necessarily, but here's an important principle of Swarupa Yoga. We're teaching awareness, which is consciousness. How to be aware first of your own body and then more subtle levels of your being. So what does that really mean? Well, in every Swarupa Yoga class, there are two guided awarenesses, one in the beginning and one at the end. There are shavasanas, or sometimes they're called yoga nidra, where we'll sequence the body, name the parts of the body in a certain sequence. And I'm always saying, become aware of your toes, or become aware of your feet, and then sequentially through the body. And the purpose of that is to use your body as a tool for awareness. It's not a thinking about your toes or assessing your toes or feet or legs or body, which we do quite often when we're just in our regular life, you know. But when we're coming into yoga practice, it's about sensing. It's about something deeper, inward, sometimes called embodiment or presence, being in a present state. So we use the body, your body, to create a sense of awareness, to help you develop your sense of awareness without judging, without using your mind to think. There's a whole nother level of being that's who you are. That's not about what you think. This is huge. This is a huge yoga teaching, or a huge yoga awareness. So this is one of the principles. This is one of the ways that I'm working in Swarupa Yoga to support you in really, truly finding the depth of your own being, experiencing this deeper you. How does that show up? It shows up all the time in life, particularly in problem solving. It shows up in a way when you come up against a difficulty, and you can go into that mode of overthinking, of constantly worrying and chewing it up. And when you over and over and over again practice simply being aware in a state of presence, you can step back. You can move back and look at things from a distance, not acting, not doing, but just observing, being the observer and noticing the flow of it, looking at the bigger picture like an aerial view. That doesn't always happen naturally. It's like a superpower, a skill that's developed. And the way we practice Shavasana is constantly supporting you to develop that skill. And then, of course, as you dive deeper into your yoga practice, you're poised to experience a deeper sense of who you are purely for the exploration and joy of feeling your own divinity, your own expanded awareness. So, but that sounds kind of heady when you're first getting started. And so we keep it simple, and we take you through this process of simply becoming aware of your own body. There are so many boons to that. Another one would be feeling your body and being able to notice when something is right, like, wow, I handled that really well. I don't even feel that knot in my stomach. I was able to stay in myself, poised. Or noticing when you didn't handle something so well, like, that circumstance that's happening to me over and over is really having an effect on me. I can feel my throat tighten, or I can feel my body tense up. And then it helps you to make a better decision about whether or not you want to stay in circumstances like that. So, yeah, it's a big deal. And it's rooted, especially in the Shavasanas, the guided awarenesses, or Yoga Nidras. And we do it specifically in a way that opens up this way of being for you. And then, of course, we have ways that we work with that all through the class as well. So, and I'm saying we because it's not just me. I mean, we're a group of Swarupa Yoga teachers all over the world that teach this style. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you as the first principle. I'm going to read it to you again. We're teaching awareness, which is consciousness, how to be aware, first of your own body, and then more subtle levels of your being, of who you are. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening. Namaste.